Hey guys, how's it going? Running here, and welcome back, you guys, to some more NSTL. It's been so long since I've recorded a video. Life has been absolutely hectic. I've had exams for preparation for university. The league has come to an end, or is time of recording. The season's over. This is only week 9. You will see week 9 and week 10 over the next few days. Of course, this is week 9. We'll show you week 10. I need to record that at some point as well. There was 11 weeks scheduled, but unfortunately week 11 has been forfeited by both me and Bub. I don't know who's taking the L for it. I said I didn't mind because it literally means nothing, because it's the final week and we have a look at qualifying for divisions and stuff like that. And unfortunately I've had to pull out of the next season of the NSTL due to university. So I really don't mind taking that whatsoever. But this is week 9 versus Gem, or the Jemmy Mac. Coach of the Sydney Swanna. I've actually faced June before. I've played her in the PPL, and I actually won 5-0 when I took over Alex's team at the end of last season. You guys didn't see any of that because I literally did for the free battles of the PPL, and I wasn't just going to upload free battles and not being able to upload the whole series, whole season of battles. So this is our team builder and of course battle. Let me quickly go through her team real quick. She's got the Megalopunny, which is massively scary. The Garchomp, the Arcanine, the Florges are really good solid core. The Honchkrow, the Manaphy. Manaphy's fucking petrifying. Vikavolt is something that I used in PPL. I know can be devastating. Decidueye is very good. Uxie is just disgustingly bulky. Bastiodon and Arbok. Bastiodon, I don't really know why she's got. It's kind of shitty. Arbok can be surprisingly dangerous. So going in this week, I did a bit of team building. The last 2 weeks of team building I didn't do with either of the Jacks. I did with Zane, who we beat early on in the season, and D-Train, who was one of the coaches in the other division. Their links should be down in the description along with all the coaches. So the last 2 weeks I did with them, and it was a really weird insight, of course, getting it from other people's point of view. Of course, normally I've got Jack, but me and Jack play quite similarly, and me and Gray as well. Play quite similar. These two guys, different opinions and different things coming in. It was interesting to see. Looking at Gem's team, it was quite evenly matched, to be fair. After the battle, it says that she overly prepped for Salamence massively, which was huge considering if we look at the team going down, we don't bring Ments. We don't bring Ments this week. So our team, as you can see, is Mega Ordino, Suicune, Jirachi, Thunderous, Superior, and Fori this week. So starting off with the Mega Ordino, the bulk that is Mega Ordino. Physically defensive Mega Ordino, simply for Garchomp, because Garchomp is fucking disgusting. And of course Megalopunny as well. A return still really hurts, but this thing is just fucking fat. So EXP Baby is here, we regenerate, of course it gets healer when it Mega Evolves. With Wish, Dazzling Gleam, Toxic and Heal Bell. Toxic ends up not really being needed in the battle, but I'll explain and you'll see why later. Wish, Dazzling Gleam, Heal Bell. Dazzling Gleam of course hits Megalope and Garchomp real well. It stops Honchkrow as well from doing really anything. The only thing I really need to worry about here is possibly Arbok if it's brought, and Florges 1v1s me with Calm Mind and Synthesis, because it will eventually get up so many Calm Minds that will just bot me. Vikavolt, I can take a hit from it as long as it's not Specs or anything like that. Decidueye kind of walls this thing, but like I say, I'm physically offensive, so I can take any hit this thing does. And 1v1 again, Calm Mind Uxie does actually beat me, unless I Toxic it. And again, same for the Florges, if I Toxic it and it has Aromatherapy, I lose. So just a basic, bold, max HP, max defense, a little bit into special attack to do a bit bad damage with Dazzling Gleam here. Is really here just a bulk and Wish Pass. That's basically what it's here for. We've also got physically defensive Squeak, and as you can see, we're doing the massively physically bulky thing this week. We've gone with the Wakanberry as the item, basically to stop a wild charge from the Arcanine, or a Thunderbolt from the Vikavolt, or a Discharge or anything like that wants to bring, probably Thunderbolt or Thunder. So yeah, we've gone with Scald, Ice Beam, Extra Sentry, Miracle. Scald of course hits things neutrally, and is stab on the Megalopunny, the Florges, the Vikavolt, the Uxie, the Bastiodon super effectively, and the Arbok. Ice Beam is there for Garchomp because it will not like those, and Honchkrow. Again, kind of walls this thing. Extra Sentry is there for the Megalopunny. and Miracle is there to stop Florges really like bopping me, and also Vikavolt. If it goes to the Thunderbolt, where Canberry pops, takes a load of damage, Miracle, bop, it's dead. So we thought that was a quite interesting thing to go for. We've also gone Inner Focus for Fake Out. Low Punny Pressure really doesn't really need anything, so I know she's going to bring Fake Out and the Mega Low Punny. So Inner Focus will stop that, so I can just hit an extra century straight away. For some reason I got 0 IVs in attack. I don't know why. I'm guessing originally we had a HP on this thing and it needed 0 IVs. Of course, we're not physically offensive, so it doesn't matter. Next up we got Flinches, our Jirachi here, leftover set. We really didn't know. We knew we wanted to bring Jirachi simply for Florges. Was a massive problem. We didn't know what set to bring. It turns out that I can set up substitutes on it. If it is here, her defogger, it means I literally come in and set up substitutes. Psychic obviously hits hard, especially Iron Head to hit Florges, because we know Florges is massively specially defensive, so Iron Head hits it instead of Flash Cannon. Icy Wing can hit things and slow them down. She has got quite a fast team, so if I want to slow things like the Honchkrow down, the Garchomp down, Decidueye down, I can. So that's basically crap all over my mouth. That's pretty much that. We've gone mindlessly defensive nature because we wanted the we didn't want to lose anything in Iron Head. So we got the 4 in special attack just to boost those, and we've gone max HP. Max speed is to outspeed I don't know what, because we didn't end up finishing. You can't really see it that well, but I always write down the speed tiers. If I show you Ellie's from last week, I write down their base stat, their max speed, and then what they are scarfed, just so we know base speeds. That's how I do it. I think everyone should do that who does Draft League format. It's really helpful for speed creeping, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn this format the best I can. But yeah, we didn't end up. I didn't actually end up getting round to filling Gems 1 because we didn't need to in the end, because the other two were doing the calcs for me and trying to sort it out. But he's max speed, hasty nature for a reason. I just don't know off the top of my head because my notes aren't complete. Next up, we have gone with a Choice Scarf Thundy this week. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Wow. Just my own Wilson. Max special attack, a bit into HP, 116 speed, so 136 times 1.5. 136 times 1.5 equals 204. That doesn't outspeed max speed Mega Low Punny. Lol, I'm guessing we did that to outspeed Mega Low Punny, but yeah, that's not right. Okay, it doesn't matter in the long run. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm guessing that was to outspeed, but we capped it wrong. It's fine. With Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Psychic, HPI, Thunderbolt and Volt Switch for initiative, Thunderbolt to hit things hard, Psychic for the Mega Low Punny, which we don't outspeed, lol, and HPIs for the Honchkrow and the Garchomp and the Decidueye. Thundy, as we know, hits really fucking hard, base 145 special attack, so getting some initiative with Volt Switch and just doing damage to things and whittling them down is really helpful. Next up, we got Sneck, our superior expert bout, contrary of course, can't speak, like I said, been a while. Speed, base 170, again, that's to outspeed the Garchomp. I know what that is because we've written that down already. That's to outspeed the max speed Garchomp, Timid Nature. 140 special defense, 88 defense, 4 in attack. I don't fucking know why. HP Rock is there for Arcanine, because if it has HP Ground, we don't hit Honchkrow. So that's why we got HP Rock to hit Honchkrow and Arcanine. Leaf Storm completely bops the Manaphy. I just got to be careful. Substitute, I can set up sub, another one for sub. Of course, Bug Buzz from Vikavolt does go through substitute. I believe it does anyway. So I just got to be careful there. And Glare, again, I want to slow things down because her team is extremely fast. I'd like to slow down the Mega Low Punny, the Honchkrow, maybe the Decidueye if necessary. And then finally we got Team Fortress 2, our Fortress, normal gem sturdy. This thing goes boom. Spoilers, it doesn't end up going boom, unfortunately. But this thing is our hazard setup this week. It turns out if she doesn't bring, it's basically a hazard removal. It's defog on Fortress, defog on Honch, or defog on Decidueye. The only one we could see her bringing was defog on Florges. Defog and Honchkrow is not a defogger. It definitely isn't. Decidueye can be a defogger, but not very likely. So we've gone Rocks, T-Spikes, Explosion, Gyrable. I've wrote my notes here. If Decidueye is here, I need to prioritise T-Spikes unless Arbok is there, because of course Arbok can absorb those T-Spikes. I just want to prioritise Stealth Rocks because Honchkrow gets hurt. Toxicking, badly poisoning a lot of these mons to wither them down will be brilliant. I just need to hope that if she does bring Florges, that it doesn't have aromatherapy. So that is the team. After last week's, or week 8's humiliating defeat to Ellie, which was just fucking, I just laugh every time I watch that video I made. One of the best things I ever did. I thought, I'm not making a full-blown video on this, so I just put a load of memes together. So going into the battle, boom, switching over, you can see she brings the Megalopunny, the Manaphy, the Florges, the Arcanine, the Garchomp and the Bastiodon, and I looked at this team and went, holy shit, I'm really happy. The things I was worried about the most were the Decidueye, the Arbok and the Vikavolt, and none of them were there, which means our game plan that we thought of works really well. And that is to lead Fori, and of course because there is no Arbok, I'm going to prioritise, I'm going to put this on slow. I can't really remember this battle, it was like a week and a half ago. I have just watched it recently before starting recording so I could familiarise myself, but I really want to go through what I feel like I was thinking at the certain points. I do at one point lose complete focus, and you'll see why, and I'll point it out to you. I'm going to put it on really slow. So we start off with Fori. Like I said, we are literally prioritising Toxic Spikes here. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to put it on slow. Really slow is really annoying. Slow is fine. She goes for the Tail Glow here, and straight away I'm shitting my absolute pants. So I'd set up one Toxic Spike. She reveals the HP Fire. Of course, that's going to take me down from my Sturdy. Explosion doesn't kill from here, so double Toxic Spikes, losing Fortress straight away is absolutely fine. Of course, it's now 5v6, but I'm absolutely fine by this. I'm going to go straight into Thunderous, and I'm going to click the Volt Switch. A Thunderbolt does actually kill Manaphy if she's not defensive it anyway. So I'm going to click Volt Switch to get some initiative. Straight into the Bastiodon. Of course, it doesn't take Toxic or anything like that. I go into Suicune to bulk any physical hit. She goes into the Garchomp. And the reason behind her going into the Garchomp, turns out that Garchomp has literally no use for her because Salamence near, apart from setting up rocks. So she sets up rocks, Ice Beam, boom, Garchomp's gone. Crit did not matter. We did calc it. The crit did not matter in the slightest. Because she was offensive. She then goes back into Manaphy. It's obvious she's going to have the Energy Ball, so I go straight into Superior to tank the Energy Ball, and I can literally click Leaf Storm on anything here and do a good, really good chunk of damage. Maybe a play was to go into Arcanine here. She actually sacked it, and that proves to be really costly for her because two of her biggest threats are now gone. Of course, she's still got the Mega Lopunny, the Intimidate. Nice attack boost for me. I don't have any attacking moves. I'm just going to go for the HP Rock. I probably could have saved Serp if I'd gone into Suicune here, but after Flare Blitz, it's now in range for anything really. I kind of wish I did go into Suicune there and save Superior because it would have been really nice for differential, but meh. So she reveals the Extreme Speed as well, which does 39, which is actually massively annoying. So I click Volt Switch, Kachow gets a kill, which is nice, and I get some initiative. So I'm going to go back into Suicune because now her physical wolves really don't 1v1 me. As she goes into Trixie Martel, which is her Florges, she goes to Carmine. I go for the Mirror Coat, just expecting a Moonblast. So I've now revealed the Mirror Coat, which now she's thinking, oh shit, I can't really attack this thing unless I can one-shot. Well, I realise that she can literally click Carmine. She actually predicts the switch into Jirachi and goes for the HP Ground. I think it was either HP Ground or HP Fire. I can't remember which one she said it was. But she now two-shots me. I was hoping Iron Head would flinch, and he doesn't flinch. For one time, Jirachi, I need you to flinch. He doesn't flinch. Jirachi, unfortunately, just goes down this week. He didn't really do what I wanted him to do this week. But it's fine because it now means that Toxic is just going to kill off these Florges slowly but surely. Just go into the Mega Ordino, and I'm just going to click Wish here. As she clicks the Synthesis and reveals that, I click Wish, and this is where I fall asleep massively. I should have clicked Dazzling Gleam here because that's the only offensive move that I have. But I actually double Wish for some reason because I massively fell asleep. Wish comes true, and of course, like slowly but surely, this Toxic is just whittling her Florges down. So she's going to switch into the Bastiodon. I'm just going to click Wish again because another Moonblast, of course, didn't kill me, and the Toxic did massive damage to her. Means I can go into Suicune, take the rocks damage, Wish comes down. After she clicks Curse, I am massively physically defensive Suicune. This Bastiodon at +4 only does half with an Earthquake. Scald does a nice big chunk, 41 damage. A burn would have been nice, but it really doesn't matter. 11% at +1. Suicune is fucking disgusting. So she realises here that she can't really beat Suicune. She can depend on my set. I get a crit, again, doesn't matter. As she goes into Megalop, she needs Megalop to come through here. And boom, my Mega Mind strat, thinking let's use Inner Focus, she'll bring Fake Out. She brings Fake Out, does 15%. Extra Sentry does 46%. The Toxic is going to go down to 47, so a crit, or I think a max roll would kill it. She goes to return 32% from a fully offensive Megalop. Toxic kills, Fortress gets a kill with the Toxic Spikes. It's brilliant. As you can see on the side, she actually lost internet connection. I waited 15 minutes for her to click Avalanche. She knew here. I don't know why she was clicking Avalanche. She really overly prepped for Salamence. And then Suicune literally just with the physical bulk just bulks out Bastiodon, and we win with a nice 3-0. So you only see the GG there between, you can't actually see hers because it's underneath my webcam, but she does say GG. We actually had a little talk after the battle, and if I get it up on my right hand side, I can talk about what we talked about after the battle. And that was basically her just really saying she overly prepped. Blah 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 blah. She took out Vikavolt and Decidueye at the last minute. She assumed that I'd entirely prepped for Vikavolt and Decidueye, which is why she didn't bring them. I obviously said that I was sub-Serp and sub-Rachi because only Hazard removal was Florges. She said I was assuming it'd be sub. I got told last minute that I should remove Defog and Roman Fairy to make it offensive. So she actually was offensive Florges, which is kind of funny. Blah 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 blah. I thought that she'd bring Decidueye for high jump kick on Mienshao, and she said that she didn't expect Mienshao because it was too slow for Lop, and Scarf Garchomp bops it, which is very true. She was terrified for Salamence, and Garchomp didn't do much damage to my team since it wasn't there. She said her biggest misplay was sacking Manaphy, which is like what I said. Tailglow's disgusting. What else did we say? It turns out that if I'd have clicked Dazzling Gleam on that double rest, I'd have done like 6% or something like that. It literally, I wouldn't have done anything. She just said in the end Suicune was way too fat. I'm just like, he's a very fat boy. I didn't actually. We started talking about other matches and stuff. She said special defensive Rachi was a scary thing for me. Oh, she did bring HP Ground, HP Fire Ground. She didn't bring Ground because of Thunder and Salamence. I said I nearly put a Shucker Berry on before the battle, which I nearly did. Occa Berry would have been nice because I would have tanked a HP Fire and actually would have killed the Florges. And then obviously that's when I said that I realised that Ironhead didn't flinch. She stayed in, hoping that it wouldn't flinch, and I said that was very risky considering I was Jirachi. Manaphy and Florges were her win cons, and once they went down, she couldn't do anything. As soon as she knew I had defensive Suicune, she knew it was game, which is it's one of those things. She said how she nearly grabbed Salamence herself, not Salamence, Suicune herself, but she chose Manaphy over it. And I turned around and said that she could consider Z Manaphy with Z Rain Dance Hydration, which is massively scary. And that was about it. And then we started talking about the off-season, which funny enough I'm no longer in because again, university I've had to pull out of. And I've been talking for nearly 20 minutes, so great fun. So GG to Jemmy, the Jemmy Maxers. We're GG to Jem. A great girl, really nice battler, a really good friend of mine. So check out her link in the description down below. Next week we are going up against the best in the league in Dark Devil, or the Lunbury Clefable. So that'll be the last upload for the NSTL Season 1. Look out for it though. It's a good battle. It's a very good battle. I'm not going to say anything more. You're going to have to wait and see. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button down below for So Sports channel and the series. Click subscribe if you are new. With that said, you guys, I'm going to get out of it. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace!